Yeah, sorry about that. I thought I'd restart it. Hope it helps. Yeah, sorry about that. Party reboot. How's Ralph? Yeah, I want to know what I'm doing. Oh, okay. That was Marty checking on me. He said Daisy's sitting on the couch looking out the window thinking I'm coming back. I got the pedal of the metal. Yeah, check on me. Yep. It's great weather today, though. He said it's pitch dark down there in Georgia. That's what 900 miles north will do to you, though, for deck angle. I mean, it starts getting noticeable then. But part of the reason is those tall trees. And even when the sun's low like this, you can't see them for like 20 minutes before that. Filer City? I've never heard of that. You sure that's how it's spelled? Hey, Chris. Oh, he's doing fine? Yeah, I've never heard of Filer City. You better Google it. I don't know where that would be. Oh, okay. Well, thanks for relaying the message. Oh, okay. Yeah, I've never heard of it. Well, I'm glad I waited because it was crappy when I wanted to come up here a couple weeks ago. Yeah, well, yep. I hope I won't, because my internet's off there. I'll try to. Good, Chris. How you doing? Oh, thank you. Yeah, heading home. Yeah, about 20 minutes away. Hi, Jennifer. Oh, I sure will. I don't think I will in the next few days, that's for sure. I just got my fast internet You know, and that's why I did those interviews, because before it was just, I couldn't do 4K, it took forever, blah, blah, blah. But now I'm back in the swing of things. Yeah, I'm on the home stretch. I only got about 20 miles, I think. Let me tell you. I'll tell you right here. I've got 180, 90, 280, 24 actually. 24. I got the pedal to metal now. Possibly be working on here. I worked on this for 2 years. There's a place like that just west of Madison going towards Atlanta. Dirt's all dug up. There's always about 5 or 6 big machines. Shit laying all over. It's been that way since I moved there. It's only like maybe 500 yards long. No, I don't think I did. That's right. Hey Jennifer, why don't you block this guy? It's not looking good. There's a giant vibrator sound for you for doing it. Yeah, I get rid of him for good. I can see what's coming. Simple life, just get rid of that guy. Yeah, good job, thanks. They need to come out with the insult right out of the chute. He showed his hand. Thanks. You're not jealous, are you, Simple Life? The giant vibrator sound I gave to Jennifer. Hey, Troubles. Oh, okay. Yeah. You know, the roads are so much better in Georgia. These old faded ass lines. No reflectors, like right on the road, you know. Oh yeah, I just did some interviews last week. Yep. Oh, okay. About 200 bees sitting outside of the hive fanning. It's real hot and humid there. It's kind of weird, 200 of them. Was a hot and humid day though. They will do that. Honestly, I've never seen that many out fanning, but I guess it's possible. I just don't want to make something up, you know. When I was living in Chicago one time, there was these softball fields that they'd like kind of like after hours. And I was there about 2 o'clock in the morning one night. They were just loaded with pollen. And when you talk to bee people, you read, and they just say it's bullshit that bees are on a tight schedule. Well, I saw them for myself, so I don't know what they're doing out there. You gotta put the pedal to the metal, Jennifer. This thing sure uses a lot more gas, though, I'll tell you that. Hey, Jordan. Classical gas. The Gatlinburg. You know, 2 lines from Forge. It's really cool around there. You can rent like tree houses and stuff. They're like an apartment. It's a beautiful area. Oh, gotcha. Jennifer, you like Chinese food? Headed home, headed home. Mama, I'm coming home. I'm gonna pack up my books, sell some shit, put my condo up for sale. Watch some of my old homemade porn. Yeah, I go right by there on the way that I go here. Go to, if you look at Kodak, which is right down the road from Gatlinburg, not really, but close enough. That's what I put in my GPS when I cut up through Crawfordville. I'm from Flat Rock, but I'm going to West Branch, Michigan. That's where I went to high school, you know, Jennifer, Flat Rock. You know that, don't you? Come on and get it. Yeah, I wish it was that easy. I don't have any hookups anymore. Fortunately. Sad to say. Sorry to say. That's right, there's that Christmas tree where all that whole family got killed. I wasn't living up here yet. It's like 20 years ago or something. I don't know. I don't know how the fuck you get killed out in the middle of nowhere. Nothing to hit, but they did. And they decorate this Christmas tree over it. Bunch of kooks. I mean, what the hell good is that gonna do? He's probably getting blown by his wife. I think that's... If I knew that was the case, I'd go back there and put a gift under it for Christmas. But if it's just some typical accident. But I'd like to celebrate the help that his wife gave him in a long, boring, lonely highway. Without anything in return, just like a hero. Yeah. She's a hero. Hey, Dave. I'm only going to be live stream for about 15 more minutes. But I'll be doing them periodically. I'm going to be up here for a week or two. I'm going to go over to Mary's house. She's going to show me pictures in her string bikini. It's crazy how much different the country looks in just 900 miles. No, I'm let's see how many miles I'm away. 202. I'm 10 miles away. Well, actually about 12. No, not really. I was back here in January. No, I don't give a fuck, to tell you the truth. I didn't really want to come up here. I've been dragging my feet. I used every excuse in the book because I got a bunch of shit to do, and none of it's really that fun. And I don't have my internet hooked up there, and TV and that kind of shit. But I do have my DVD hooked up. Yeah, it's all right. I kind of, I can cut things off, and like I never saw them before if I have to. I mean, it was a cool experience. I lived up there, I think, 10 years, 11 maybe. A lot of good people, met some good friends. Now it's time to get the fuck out of there. I turned it off because they were fuckers about it, actually. And they wanted, oh, I know what they did. You can suspend your account. So then I told them I was going to be going. Well, as it turns out, it would have bit me in the ass anyway, because the most you can suspend it for is 6 months. So they did some bullshit, and they did it for 3 months. And then to hook it back up, they wanted like $100. Like, for what? It's like, what's the maximum you suspend it? Well, 6 months. It's like, well, why'd you put 3 months down? It's like, that's what you told her. I said, I didn't tell her that. And as long as you can turn it back on, why wouldn't it just default to 6 months? She said, well, there's nothing I can do. That kind of bullshit. And the only reason I was going to have it on was when I came back, I figured I'd list my stuff. I thought, fuck it, I'll just list it on my phone. I did bring my laptop, but you know how that is. That isn't worth a fuck if you don't have good Wi-Fi, unless you want to go and spend an hour getting on McDonald's or some shit. So I'll do it all on my phone. Yeah, I'll be live streaming tomorrow, yep. Better believe it. Tomorrow what I think I'll do is I'll get up. Maybe I'm going to order some boxes. Take the pictures of the shit I want to sell. Upload it. Then I'll probably go to Sault Ste. Marie, Traverse City. Fuck around. Then come back. My boxes will be there. I'll start packing. Show people that saw the ads. The stuff that I want to sell. Plus, I'm going to sell the condo. I'm going to do it through Zillow. I did that one time before. No, there's no customer relations. No, you got it right about that. Yep. I'll go take Anthony out to lunch. Go visit Ted. I'll probably go over there tomorrow night. I would have went over there tonight, but I wasn't sure when I was going to get back, and I didn't want them like holding off, waiting for me. I'm glad that I didn't, because as it turns out, I was hungry and I got to go through Ann Arbor. I spent a lot of time in Ann Arbor. I had an airplane there for forever. Took my first flying lessons there, all sorts of cool shit. Right now it's 48, which is cold. 48. So it's okay, and I kind of planned it so where I'm getting back late now. So hopefully get to bed at a decent hour and start my day early. And kind of get back on track, because I only got about 4 hours sleep last night, and I got up at 5:15 today. Yeah, I like it, but you know what I don't like is how the winters aren't anything anymore. And the winters are nothing anymore, which I loved, especially being up north. When you're living down below and you're getting smacked once in a while with a snowstorm, it's cool, and you're always thinking, God, what would it be like up north? And I remember what they used to be like. I started coming up to West Branch in '78. I'm about 6 miles south of West Branch, Anthony. You want to party all night? Here's the West Branch exit, Anthony, right here. Getting off at West Branch now. I ate at California Pizza Kitchen. I had Kung Pao shrimp, was great. Had a really nice waitress, talked to her for about 15 minutes. Had a nice conversation. Oh yeah. Oh, you're excited to party? Oh, good. Did you tell Patty I got buckets of rocks for her to look through? She can't take them all though, because I got some from Mary too. Her name was Karen. You would have loved her body, Anthony. Perfect body. She was at that California Pizza Kitchen in Ann Arbor. Hey, is Patty still up, Anthony? Hey, Tammy. Oh, she's sleeping? Oh, okay. You tell her I got her 2 big buckets of rocks she can look through. I will. I'll do it. We'll get lunch. We'll party all night tomorrow. Hey, Janice. West Branch. Yeah, they like rocks. They got really cool rocks. They say, I was reading an article somewhere that said Georgia is one of the best rock collecting states there are. I believe that too. It's just everywhere, all sorts of different kinds, mostly like quartz, granite, stuff like that, but they're really strikingly beautiful. You know, they look like they'd be expensive, like they really glisten in the sunlight. One of them's Georgia agate, they call it, which is granite, but it's cool as hell looking. Yeah, I'm gonna go to the old place. I don't want to sell out to my homies. I want to go to that other place, Anthony. Are those girls still working there? Aldi's. Look at gas was $3.03 here. Son of a bitch. Who would have guessed that? $3.03. Damn it. Let's see. So whatever 16 times 25 is, that's how much extra I paid. That must be because that Myers came in here and that new Arab gas station at the end of town. They got a gas war going on. All right, Jordan. Thanks for coming on. Gas wars. West Branch, Michigan. Marty thinks Daisy was looking for me on the couch, but she sits out there sometimes when I'm home and he's home, so She's going to be looking out that window a long time. Oh yeah, I got enough. No, I didn't have enough to make it there. No. Now it's about 43 miles short. But I've never seen the gas cheaper than one of those three places. Plus, this gas station up here, I mean, I don't know how it is now. They rebuilt it. But they'd be like closed when they should be open. You know? And even though this thing's got a computer in it, it gives you like every warning in the world you're about ready to run out of gas. It gives you the mileage. I really don't know how accurate that is, although I think it's pretty good. But I'm a little doubtful of it because I took a full 25 gallons and it showed I had 43 gallons to go, which should have been about 3 gallons of gas, which I didn't have. So I'm a little iffy on it. Yeah, I had to buy it. Yeah, I couldn't have made it all the way back. No way. I go down to nothing all the time in gas. Hell, it's the only excitement I get in my life. Might run out. I just party. Yeah, she's going to be waiting a while, old Dazer girl. They decided not to build back this meat market. They had good liquor there, too. Decent meat. That Q's, that place where I used to get that curry, they went out of business. Little coffee shop still going. I'm going to have to ogle the girls tomorrow morning like an old lech. This is our only 24-hour gas. Well, it's not. There's one at the end of town that stays open 24 hours now. Yeah, it doesn't look like anything's in that Q's either. I'd like to put some peep shows in there. Oh, they're retiring? 600 grand, there's nothing left. What are they going to sell? Bunch of old burned up boards? Home sweet home. I'll be able to tell if anybody broke in or not. The KY jelly won't be on the doorknobs. I got the old Astro van backed in the driveway. I bet they can't wait till I get rid of that thing. Home sweet home. Well, thank you. Well, thanks for riding along, you guys. I'm going to go in here. Hopefully the lights are on. You know, I fuck around on paying these bills here because I don't care. I pay them like every 4 months. It's not that much because it's nothing's being used. But I've got shut-off notices before, and I just blow them away. So hopefully they didn't shut anything off. They haven't so far, and I've always paid, but just not like I should. So if you hear a scream from a distance, it's me, because I can't watch porn tonight because the electricity's off, and I can't get it turned on until tomorrow. I kind of doubt it because the doorbell's on, which is a good sign. Well, nighty night, you guys. I'll be doing lives. So you guys have a good night tonight. Thanks for riding along. Bye, Rita. Oh, see you inside? Okay. Astrovan's got air in the tires. Oh, here's a shut-off notice. Okay, here's some shut-off notices right here for water. Oh, the electricity works. Good. See if they shut off my water. They could have. Find out here. Nope. I'm in business. Place looks like shit. I think I got some dragon's milk left. Ta-da! What a memory. Yeah, I don't think I'll be eating this. Grapefruit though. Oh, there's some more dragon's milk. All right. Check out my bedroom. I think these are water notices. I better go pay that in the morning. Yeah, what is this one? Service line inspector. Fuck that. Service line inspector. What the fuck is this one? Town and country home meeting. Yeah, fuck it. It's not a cutoff notice. This is quite a welcome home. Let's check out the upstairs. There's a roll of toilet paper. I'm definitely going to be needing that. The heat's on too. That's good. This place is a fucking wreck. Never did finish this room. Hey, look, the Astrovan. Toilet papers, it definitely must. See if anybody's stolen my stacks of home porn. I can see why they would if they watched one. Oh yeah, fuck yeah, they're all stacked up there. Here's a stack. Another stack. My books. This is going to be one party. See, this is all the bullshit I'm packing up. It is getting nostalgic. Yeah, this is awesome. These are the self-help books I buy. I am so fucking radiant. Hey, Tweety. Yeah. My prayers were answered, Simple Life. I got this. Books. Really, I didn't give a fuck about this place for the last 3 years. I got that. I got these. See, these are the books I'm packing up. Got some antiques. It's going to be one good party. Yeah, I know you got me on that one. I'll be doing more of them, believe me. Let's see, what else? Book on Lake Superior. I'll let you guys know. There'll be stuff I'll be giving away. See if you want any of it. I'm not collecting anything anymore. I haven't been in an antique store in a long time. See, this is a helicopter I used to ride around and doing the radar reports. I did it for 2 years. Hughes 500C. Right there. It was a Stroh's jet copter. That's the Olympia. They tore it down now. Yeah, I am, Tweety. That's a helicopter, Stroh's jet copter. Hughes 500C. I've got rid of most of the good stuff. That's downtown Detroit. That's Tiger Stadium. They tore that down too. That's Olympia. Yeah, I wrote a buddy a note in 1985. That's how I got introduced to gay shit. Not in a bad way, but I was 16 and that guy picked me up hitchhiking. And he was a really good guy. You know, my dad was kind of a deadbeat and I knew him for a long time. Anyway, long story short, you know, where I grew up, it was like blue collar. We were going to beat fags up, that kind of shit. We didn't even know any really, but that's how we talked, you know, young straight guys. And I knew this guy for about 5 years. And we were talking about skeletons in the closet one day. And he said, I got one that I think I ought to come clean with you. It's like, yeah, what's that? He said, I'm gay. It's like, God, man, I can remember. I thought I was going to faint. It's like, you're gay. He said, yeah. He said, I think we've been pretty good friends. And if it bothers you, I can get it. I understand it, but I want you to think about it and get back with me if you want to. And I did. I thought about it about a month. And I vacillated in between. I don't know if I want to be friends. And then I really thought about it long and hard. You know, there's really nothing to read. And I thought, fuck it. We were friends for like great friends for like almost 40 years. I sat in the front row every concert, every sporting event. He was the president of the Red Wings, which was Norris Industries in Detroit. And super good guy, really good guy. But, you know, it's how stuff happens, you know. Just got picked up and got a break. You know, that's kind of how I met Marty. So actually, I sent Marty a photo that would be similar to like a panoramic bigger than that. And it got there in a bunch of pieces. And we just got talking and got friends. And he bought a lot of other collection, a big collection from me. And we kept in touch. And I talked to him about once a week. And here I am living down there now. See, you never really know. Scientific American. Oh, here's a big thing of hand cream. Can always use that. Yeah, I don't sell any books. No, none. Even these old Bibles. I've got some decent old Bibles, not great ones. I won't sell any books. No books. That's the only thing I didn't sell. But everything else I sold. I don't want to collect anything anymore. It's a fucking mental illness. You're never satisfied. You're always like searching. That's how I was. Going to auctions, people getting a hold of you. Last thing you did at night before you get on eBay. First thing you did in the morning. Just driving your fucking ass off. Buying these collections. Crazy. Those are all actually old towels I got laying in there that a neighbor gave me. Like you can wax your car and stuff with. But since I'm a bachelor, I just washed them all and use them as bath towels. They're all clean, by the way. No, that's no kidding. That's exactly right, Miami. That's true. And these sculptures, none of this stuff in here is worth anything. I'm going to take this bed. Like those are all hand painted or hand drawn. None of this stuff is really valuable, though. I mean, I got a few things, but not a lot. I do have one $50,000 collection of Bates. He was a very instrumental Union clergyman during the Civil War. I've got all his diaries, all the letters between him and soldiers, all his notes. Just a huge, fantastic collection. I just keep dragging my feet on listing it because I guess I don't really want to sell it, but I'm gonna. It's just been laying around. It's a huge, beautiful collection of everything. The University of Michigan wanted to buy a bunch of stuff from me, but when they came up here and spent 3 days, and they just wanted to cherry pick, and I didn't want to do it that way. So I refused their offer. I was still they were gonna take all the great shit, and I just figured I had good stuff and then really good stuff, and I just thought I don't want to do this. I had a huge photography collection. I had about 1.5 million glass negatives, about 3 million celluloid negatives, large format. Just my basement's still filled with bullshit. Yeah. And a lot of these books I get, I mean, these new books that I buy, I do buy new books occasionally. And I pay a lot. Like I bought one on ants about a month ago for $75. But most of the books that I get are used in like $5 or $6, maybe 10. Those big orders where I'll like post like 10 books, it probably cost me $50, free shipping, on different things. Like here's a book of eggs. That was an expensive book. But all these other ones, this stuff's okay, but nothing like that's a old map from where I lived. The photos are no big deal. These these are usually dated medical books. Nothing like great, you know what I mean? These are all just stuff that interests me. I don't know why. You name it. I got a lot already I got a lot downstairs too, hundreds of them. I don't want to sell any books. I don't because I do reference this stuff a lot, believe it or not. I don't read all of them through and through, but I'll play anybody Jeopardy. Yeah, I got it. Basements filled with books, like hundreds of books, but these are my better books. Here's a book. Remember The Praying Mantis? Here's Falling into Theory, Conflicting Views on Reading Literature. Here's another one. The Haphazard Construction of the Human Mind. I got a lot of books on suicide, too. That book that I just got the other day, I think suicide's interesting. Why people do it. It's not all like depressed and kill yourself. And the book that I just got the other day were on letters that physicians had written to them where their patients killed themselves. And it's interesting what some people, why they did it. I got a lot of books on skin cancer. I've had that a lot of times, references, but nothing like, great, old books. My salt lamp. I think these are a bunch of bullshit too. If you ever get one of these salt lamps, I'll tell you, they will eat the holy shit out of whatever's underneath them. If you don't put something underneath them, it'll eat a hole. I don't care what it is. Wood, metal. They're supposed to help here. I don't know. I don't really know what they're for. They say you turn them on. It kind of gives the room a nice amber color when the lights are off. But it's supposed to have some medicinal effect. I'm not really sure what it does. Probably a bunch of bullshit. So I'll get rid of those things. And the place is in good shape, other than I didn't finish that room. I do have some paintings, good paintings left too. I sent my wife gave her most of my really good oil paintings. I'm not even going to get them back. She had a crystal ball. Look at all this shit. Never finished it. That's all stuff to put on the walls, new hardware. Just couldn't finish it. See, I'm getting closets like this in my place too. Stuff like that. Yeah, no, this is a super safe place. Crawfordville's like that too. I don't even lock the door when I leave. Crazy, isn't it? I got a lot of hand drawing. This is a 17th century hand drawing. It doesn't look good on here, but if you saw it in person, such fantastic art. Yeah, selling the house. Yep. Selling this too. Yeah. It's okay. When I got this house was a lot of doctors. This is like a rural farming community. They didn't have many condos. And these were like the first condos built here. There's only 8 units. And they were $125 when they built them. Then the economy went to shit. And this condo actually sat here 4 years unsold. Well, at the time, the economy was in the tank. This is like 11 years ago. So I told the doctor, I said, hell, I didn't like the place, that much because it's got a shitty view. You look at the back of a Walgreens and the other side's the back of a golf course. And I said, I'll give you $75,000 cash for it. He said, I'll take it. So that was a good deal, but it wasn't, whoever knew this housing stuff would go berserk. So these are selling like $165 now, which sounds great. And it is good, of course. But, that's why I tell people don't rent. Here I paid $75,000. I did the same thing in Chicago and really good in Florida. So here I end up paying $75,000. I live here the whole time for 11 years. And now I'm selling it for twice what I paid. That's why renting's such a bad deal. Plus you can write off the interest. You see the difference? That's the difference between being at the end of your life and having some money and being at the end of your life and having none. And that's because you paid rent the whole time. Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah, it was a good deal, but nobody knew that then. I mean, the way things were looking, it could have just as easily went less. That Florida place, 2 times, I couldn't give that goddamn thing away. And look what it's selling for now. So it's all shit luck, man. I've had, like I've said a million times, I've had 2 good strokes of luck. One selling a detective agency in 1992, and the second one is selling this Florida property. Other than that, I'd probably be working till the day I died. Draw the cards. Yeah, I mean, I just as easily could have got damn kidney disease and been on dialysis and been unable to work. You never know what's right around the bend. I lived in Georgia before I got married. That was kind of conditioned, you know. She was accusing me of being a control freak and that I was going to have. It's like, oh, fuck it, then I'll live down here. That lasted about a month, and then we moved back to Michigan. I hated living down there. So if you'd have told me 3 years ago you're going to be living in Georgia again, I wouldn't have believed it. But to be honest with you, you know, until you go and you check out a whole state, which you'll probably never do in your life, you don't know what it's going to be like someplace. I didn't imagine Georgia is like beautiful giant tracts of wood with birds flying all over, like where I live now. I didn't even like know of it. I thought it was all like Atlanta, Savannah, you know, Macon, that kind of stuff. Just got lucky. Got lucky. Yeah, Lucky's got a lot of it, man. I know Marty's lucky too. Everything that damn guy touches turns to gold. Marty's made like crazy money. Marty has made like crazy money. I mean, like 4 million on one deal, shit like that. 8 million on one deal. I mean, he writes a check for $2 million for a piece of property like it's nothing. Yeah, they're not though. I've walked up and down these steps drunk 100,000 times. That's why they make you put railings on them. Plus, they're carpeted. You know. And these paintings aren't worth shit either. I just thought they were kind of cool. I got them like at Estates. That's a good thing over there. That's a family reunion. I think 1897. That's a famous photographer from Los Angeles and his family. That's a really good photo there. And those are hand-drawn wildlife from a guy that was actually a school teacher in Ann Arbor. But these are just, you know, these have no value. A couple of these have good value though. Like that guy worked for the Smithsonian and painted on the side. That's got an Alaska photo of the Brooks Range. That's about it. This guy too. This guy was a syndicated columnist, Don Elmy, E-L-M-I. I knew him in Chicago. His stuff would be he painted everything in Rust-Oleum. Right there. And of scenes of Chicago. Now, I don't know what they're selling for now. That's on canvas, but that's Wells Street. They used to sell for like about 1,200, and I've seen some since. He died here about 5 years ago. Don Elmy, they're all signed, but it's like so-so art, you know what I mean? I'll show you my basement, which is a disaster. Yeah, I painted everything with Rust-Oleum. I just threw shit down here. Like this painting's not worth anything. Books. I sold all the good stuff. I still got a couple good lamps. Right there. I got some paintings. I got a lot of cullet. I got some good rocks. This stuff's not worth shit. Just a bunch of, that's a good painting right there. That's from a listed Mexican famous artist called Oh, and I have some good stained glass left. These are all books. Fetal alcohol syndrome. Yeah, so if anybody sees, here's some bikes I have. There's one that just needs a new seat. This one's rebuilt. The recumbent bike, that's built by a famous guy in LA. I had it totally rebuilt. See, these are books. I got a lot of hand drawings down here too. Bird cage. I got stacks of paintings by a guy that killed himself that was just on the verge of getting painting famous right there. I got some of these. So if you guys see something you like, let me know. These are good paintings, man. I mean, this guy wasn't known, but he was on his way to getting known. These are all signed too. I've got stacks of these paintings. Let's see, what else do I have? I got a lot of cullet. There's a stained glass right there. That came out of a church in Grand Rapids. More pictures, books. I had some good stained, some good paintings, not great, like maybe $8 grand each. And I've got some pretty good ones. This was a turtle shell right here of the biology department in Ann Arbor, Michigan in 1902. They had to make a turtle shell for a display. Yeah, these metal shells were expensive. They were expensive back then. I'm going to take those, disassemble them all. I got a bunch in the garage too. I got some like old typewriters. Got a couple hand carved furniture. I sold all my good furniture. I got 22 grand for a table. Hand carved Rococo, French Rococo. Those are all stacks of paintings, books, but all the good stuff is sold. Was sold. Couple. These were photos that I sold in black and white photography right there. That was the second worst snowstorm in Detroit. And that was right down from the water purification plant in Chicago. Right there, that was this black and white. I took first place in a photography class right there. Yeah, that's not much in art. It was okay. I mean, I knew what I was buying when I bought it. It wasn't like I was picking them up in yard sales. These are all hand-drawn photos that, if you saw them in person, it's really good art. Yeah, and what else do I have they might have an interest in? This is a famous French artist, actually. I saw one of these sell for $6,800, and it wasn't signed. I got the paperwork on him. It's colored pencil. And what else do I have you like? These are just photographs that had fallen out of, like, maybe I'd bail out. That ballerina wasn't expensive either. Let's see what else I have back here. Those aren't worth anything. I got some good old I got my rock polisher, but it's nothing great, you know? Nothing great. I didn't like I'm not saying people don't find something really good sometimes, but let me tell you, most of the time I did this for a long time. I knew what I was buying. I knew who I got it from. I knew the provenance of it. You kind of get what you pay for. There are these stories that you see on those guys in Las Vegas, that pawn shop. That's all fake bullshit too. I guarantee you 99.9% of the time people are bringing in a bunch of junk, but you couldn't make a show of that. So you make a show of the stuff that they have on there, which is absolute nonsense on a weekly or monthly basis. I got a lot of optic stuff too. I think that's what's in here. Hang on a second. Yeah, optics. Prisms. If you guys see something you like, just remind me of it. I'll send it to you. That's what that is, optics. I think I'm getting fucking senile. You know, about twice a year I buy a book that I already have. And here it is right here. The Making of the Gulf. Making the American Sea. I just bought it hardcover about a month ago, and I thought that I had it, but I hadn't seen it in a while. Up there's some good sketches. What's in here? Oh, that's just like junk. Here's an old detective agency brochure right here. Reed Detective Agency, Chicago. That's where I was licensed. Indiana, Michigan, Florida, Missouri, Wisconsin. Look it. You have integrity when you choose us. Investigative and research specialist since 1981. Yeah, I'll give you one of them. I don't have very many of those left. I think I threw one. I'll give you one. I got some good other cool shit. That's just plaster. That isn't worth shit. What else did I think you'd think? This is cool. Like sometimes I'll get stuff like this is all. This is nice actually. What else? Let me look down here. This is just all my winter hats. I'm gonna buy those fuckers lunch. I don't get along with the one city manager here. He's a fucking cock. I told him last time, if you turn my fucking water off, you motherfucker, I will keep you in court for the next 20 years. He said, well, you need to pay your bill. Now, let me tell you, there's a history to that. I owned another building downtown that I shut the water in off because I knew I wasn't going to be fucking with it. And luckily, I sold it. Now this real estate's crazy, but you know, there's an example where it sold. The guy that owns it now, it's worth 4 times as much to him as it was when I owned it. I fucking broke even and had to fuck with it for 5 years. So there's a story that isn't so successful. You see what I mean? It happens both ways. But anyway, this dumbass, there was water leaking out of there one day. And a cop that I knew here called the water department and it was supposed to be off. It was off. And the way it came back on, this fucking dumbass thought it was turned off accidentally. So he turned the water on in January and it blew out 2 toilets and fucked up some plaster. And I knew it was an innocent mistake, so I didn't make a big deal of it. It cost me about $1,000. But I've since argued with the motherfucker, and he's right. It's just, you know how you make a bad decision sometimes and you just stick with it? That's me on this house. You know, when I first left here, I wasn't in any great state of mind. And I thought, what the fuck are you guys going to do about it? It's paid for. Shut the fucking water off. I'm not living there anyway. You know, but I should have paid it. I just was in a shitty mood. And I got to get off on somebody when they said they were going to shut the water off. So I called them up and I said, you know, you fucked up my goddamn toilets one time. And I didn't make a big deal about that. He said, well, how am I supposed to know you're down in Georgia? I said, I'll tell you, you're not. But what you're supposed to do before you go shut off some old lady's water is you're supposed to go look and realize that nobody's living there and that the bill is always paid. And if you realize that, he said, I'm not going through every bill and doing an investigation. And you know what? He's right. But I don't like the little motherfucker, and he doesn't like me. So that's how the argument. But the last time I talked to him, you know, I was being a dick, bad mood, hadn't been down there, depressed. I said, hey, look, you turn that water off, fucker. You're going to be looking for another job. You turn that off and those pipes bust or some bullshit like that, and I will have your ass. And he said, well, you got to do what you got to do. Well, it's been since, God, November I've paid a bill. Now, the bill's not much, but that's not how computers work. It works by, hey, there's 5 months overdue. This fucker still hasn't paid. It's true, I haven't. I don't know what it is, $150 or something. I know this is going to sound like a terrible excuse, but it's just part of an excuse that enhances me not doing something that I didn't want to do to begin with. Do you get it? I just didn't like the whole thing. I didn't like him. So I had a shitty cell phone service. I had a shitty internet connection. And it was just a fucking pain in the ass to pay everything. It was. But I didn't do that with anybody else but him. So that's the kind of thing. And I was almost kind of daring him to fuck with me so I could stick it up his ass. It's not rational. You know what I mean? And now in my own fucked up mentally ill way, I think I won because he didn't have enough balls to turn it off. And I know it hasn't been paid for 5 months. So it's my wife used to accuse me of seeking out people, setting them up for conflict. And I used to deny that, but I realized in thinking about that I do that sometimes. And that's a perfect example. And it's not something to be proud of. It's fucked up. Actually, what I should do is apologize to the motherfucker tomorrow. I think that's what I will do, and buy him and his office staff, because I was really a dick over that. Yeah, it's fucking stupid, man. He's right, I'm wrong, but I don't like him, and I try to fuck with him. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. I don't have a problem doing that. I know I seem like a kind of fucking guy that I would, but I don't. I'm just going to go there tomorrow and say, hey, I apologize for talking to you that way. Calling you a no good, two-faced, short cocksucker. And I'd like to buy you lunch. Yeah, there's and another fucking pet peeve I have. Like, I'm an old guy now, right? So the fucking, the light's about ready to be extinguished. But there was a cop I didn't get along with here either. And I can tell you why. Talking down to me. Let me give you an example of what happened on that. So I got a fucking kook sister, right, that I did everything for. A nutty nephew that I did everything for. And really, I'm not kidding you. I won't give you all the details, but if you talk to anybody up here that knew that, I came up here to help them, which I did do. They still ended up getting thrown out of McDonald's. But long story short, so I had that office building that I totally had rebuilt downtown. And I'm doing shit with her, and she's nice to my face. And she decides to open a consulting service after she loses these McDonald's. So it's like, yeah, go ahead. She said, what do you want for rent? It's like, nothing. Just go in there, just like Marty would do to me or I do to him. It's like, go in there. So she goes in there and she sets up the whole fucking place. And they had like a women's chamber of commerce meeting. Well, I knew a lot of these people because I'd been living here for a while now. And I got along with them, friends. And they're not troublemakers. So here's what happened. So they have this after coffee clutch after one of these women, like, I don't know what they call it, like a ombudsman women thing for the city, some shit like that. And a girl that I knew really well, she said, hey, Tom, I want to talk to you. She said, you can meet me down Tim Hortons for coffee. It's like, yeah, okay, yeah, no problem. We meet for coffee. She said, no, look, I'm not trying to cause trouble, but I do know what you've done for your sister, and I know what you've done for your nephew, and we think you're a good guy, and I just wanted to let you know that your sister was really talking a lot of shit about you last night after the meeting. Now, mind you, I had this place, but I was living there because she had a lot of health problems and I was taking her to Cleveland Clinic, which I didn't mind doing. So I said, well, like what? She said, oh, you're just like fucking crazy. You got a bad temper and, you're on these fucking antidepressants and you're fucking suicidal and all this shit. And I'm thinking, I'm getting fucking more pissed as I'm hearing this fucking shit. So I said, really? It's like, yeah. I said, do you remember any of the specifics? She said, yeah. And I knew right then she was telling the truth. I didn't suspect it anyway. So here I am. She's in this office. Give her everything, banging fucking nails and new plaster and shit. I didn't care because I knew she needed an office and she'd help me, It pissed me off so fucking bad. Now I'm telling you this because this is a story how I got into it with this fucking cop. So I'm so pissed off. I can't fucking tell you. So she's down there in this fucking office and it was a Thursday, but I thought I'd wait to a fucking Friday when I threw her fucking ass out because that way you couldn't do anything in court. And she still had some money then, so she could have. So I went in there about Friday, about 4:00. I've never talked to her since after this. Nephew either. So I went in there and She said, "Hey, how you doing? Want to go out and get something to eat?" I said, "No, I don't want to get something to eat. And I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to give you a chance to tell the truth here. And if you tell the truth, we'll just move on. But if you don't tell the truth, your fucking shit better be out of here by noon tomorrow. All of it." And she said, "Well, I can't get it out of here by noon tomorrow." I said, "Well, that's going to be your problem then." She said, "Well, it's against the law, even though we're related and you're not charging me. Which is true." I said, "Yeah, that's all true. But lucky for me, the court's closed on Saturday or Sunday, and that shit will be out in the street for about 2 days by the time your lawyer gets to file a motion." So this is how it all starts. So get this. I'm over at my own fucking property. I go back there later about fucking 7 o'clock. She had the locks changed on my fucking buildings. So I just happened to be driving by there about 8. She's in there fucking around with papers. The door's open. I go in and said, "What the did you change these locks?" She said, "I did." I said, "What?" She said, "Because I was afraid there's going to be." I said, "This is not your fucking building." I said, "You're not, you can't change locks. You don't even have a fucking contract here." She said, "Well, I'm going to call the police." I said, "Well, call the police then." So she called, she's connected here because she owns these fucking McDonald's. And this fucking cop who I never really got along, so he comes, he's just like a total fucking asshole. Just like you can tell right out of the bat, he's got like a chip on his shoulder. And he said, "She's told me that you're going to throw all her stuff out of the office tonight." I said, "I am." He said, "Well, that's against the law." I said, "Well, that's none of your business, man. It's not a crime. It's a civil contract that went south. And you're not going to do shit." And he said, "Well, I had to arrest you right here." I said, "For what?" He said, "For going in an office that you had a contract with a family member without permission." I said, "I don't need permission, you stupid son of a bitch." So this is how the whole thing went down, that kind of thing. So I end up calling 911 on the cop. I said, "This crazy motherfucker's trying to arrest me. I'm the guy that called." But she's connected politically. So that's how it started out. That's how it started out with this cop, not getting along with him. And, every chance I get, I just like couldn't help fuck him with him. I didn't give a shit that he was a guy. I was so pissed off with this shit. So that's how that whole thing came down. So sure enough, she knew that shit would have been out on the street. I mean, I thought, what all the shit that I've done for you, and you're talking this shit. And most of the people were strangers, didn't know me for Adam, which really even pissed me off worse because she was going to tell somebody, no matter who it was. That's just how they are. I haven't talked to her since. That was 8 years ago. Yeah, it pissed me off so damn bad, man. It's one thing if you just have like, a disagreement and stuff like that. Here she's telling strangers about what her brother is fucking crazy. And that, she just like sometimes didn't feel safe. That's a bunch of shit. I mean, I know I'm crazy, but believe me, there wasn't any reason ever for her not to feel safe. We never had an argument. She said never, it wasn't like, "You need to calm down. I don't want you coming back here." None of that stuff. All it was is gossip bullshit that she used to try and draw people in, like, "Let me tell you about my brother." That kind of weird shit. Pissed me off so mad. Yeah, I've called 911 cops on the cops twice. Twice. You got some crazy ass cop just, trying to bullshit you on this stuff. What are you going to do? Like, either you're about ready to get shot, clubbed, he's going to lie. I mean, you just don't feel safe around this. Like, so I call 911. It's like, this guy is nuts. Yeah, that's just how they are. And sure enough, but I'm 100% believer in this karma. She's broken in a convalescent center. Nobody visits her. And when the McDonald's got taken away, actually, my nephew, just 2 weeks ago, they called me and said, "Hey, guess what?" It's like, "What?" It's like, "We've banned your nephew from the store." Now, I get along with these people. I keep in touch. They let me know how their sales are. And I don't get along with them because I badmouth my sister to them. They're just good guys. Most of them worked for her for 30 years, and I got to know them along the way. He said, "We ban your nephew." And what that means, it's called trespassing. So you can own a private place
that has public access. But it's up to you to decide who comes in and out. And the only thing you can't kick them out for is if sex, of course, race, now gender, shit like that. But other than that, you can kick out who anybody you want. You could kick them out because you didn't like the color shoes they wore. It's not a fucking thing you can do about it. Well, this fucking weirdo nephew of mine, who's weird, he's been going in there lately. You know, he's the reason that they really got thrown out of these McDonald's. He's been in there like trying to like shake the hands of the girls and shit, and it's just giving him a creep factor. And like they go to like pull their hand away and he holds it tighter, you know, that kind of weird shit. So he said they don't like him. That's the real thing. I think if they didn't mind him as bad, they would just say, hey, you got to quit doing this shit. You're creeping these fucking girls out. But they don't like him. So as soon as they got their first complaint, they decided to trespass him. And the way they work that is Michigan is they have a cop serve you and say, hey, McDonald's doesn't want you in there anymore. And if they catch you in there again, you're going to get arrested for trespassing. It's the same thing that happens at Walmart if they catch you shoplifting. You will very shortly after getting caught shoplifting there, get a certified registered mail letter. If it comes back unreturned, the cops will track you down and tell you to never go on Walmarts again. And if you do, we're going to arrest you. And they do it. Hey, Christine. So, you know how it is, like personal relationship. And I do get pissed over shit like that. I don't think I get pissed about it now like I did then. I think I was just like set up on it. You know, like I'm doing all this stuff for these people. And there wasn't any hint that they would be that way. I just had somebody that gave a fuck that told me about it. You know? Pissed me off. Yeah, well, she's about on her way out, about tits up for her any day now. Chip off the old block. My parents were strange too. Pill poppers. Alcoholics. So you even got more books here. I got 2 packs of Dragon's Milk. How to change your mind. So everything's working. I just got a couple of monitors, shit like that. No big deal. Here's the beautiful Astrovan. Well, the one I forgot, I think somebody bought me the other, and I don't know who that would have been. My guess would be Anthony's mother. Or the post office guy. You know, these guys did so much for me, like my mail and stuff like that. What the hell is that sitting out there? Oh, rabbits. 2 rabbits. Can you see them? Yeah, really good guys. You know, check my mail, all sorts of. And there's some cops here too that I really have got along with good. Really good guys. There's a stray cat that were really good guys. Oh, goodbye, Tribbles. Yeah, really good guys. There's I would tell these people. I mean, I probably have like, you know people. Doesn't mean you want to hang around with them. But I would say these guys, you ever want to come down and, visit, and you're welcome to. They would come down. I know they would. Look how I pack my clothes. These little like bags, not even a suitcase. Yeah, I don't think those cats are on them. They could have been, but. Hey Mary, look at these rocks I got for you. I'm going to give some to Anthony's Ma too. 2 big buckets full. 5-gallon buckets full. No, I didn't bring Daisy. Nope, left her down there. Marty really likes Daisy. You know, to tell you the truth, he spends more time with Daisy than I do. She really likes Marty. Let's see, I think I'll just leave that in there. Oh, I'll take this one in here. Yeah, she really likes Marty. I'm fine with it. He sleeps with Marty more than me. He spoils the shit out of her, though. I mean, she may just like Marty more for some reason. Fuck, I don't know. But I don't mind it. Look at that beautiful vehicle. Look at that beautiful vehicle. Oh, we got new garbage cans. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Buy that guy a lunch tomorrow. I shouldn't have done. You know how you do fucked up shit sometimes, and you shouldn't. You know it's like not cool. Yeah, it's got 453,000 miles on it. Yeah, I'm telling you, I'm not like a damn rattlesnake when it comes to that. Like I'm not sentimental about this place at all. I mean, it was cool, it was a good time, but it's time to move on. Here's a painting remember when that lady was making those shirts for everybody? She painted Daisy. Yeah. I forgot that lady. She lived out in California, I think. Yeah, it was nice of her. I get a lot of stuff like that. I have like stacks of letters and stuff. People send. Not as much now as they used to. Bitcoin. I like this desk, but it's too damn heavy, I think. Oh, there's another book on addiction. Yeah. That's cool. Yeah, she is a good artist. It looks like Daisy. Thoughtful person. Lana sent me this stuff. You remember Lana? You remember Lana? Yeah, that's definitely the desk. That's where I had looking out that window. Sure was. Camera looked right out here. Hey, you want to know something really weird though? Look at that big hole in the wall. How did that big hole in the wall get there? Yeah, that's the view. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how that got in there. That is weird. That wasn't there when I left, I can tell you that. It's weird. Yeah, that's strange, isn't it? No, I don't know. It's super weird. Super weird. No. Yeah, it's strange, isn't it? That is super weird. Hey, look. Picture of Jesus. Night, Mary. That is so damn weird. I guarantee you that wasn't here when I was here. And like I didn't like give any furniture or anything away somebody would have had, you know? Dang. That's strange, isn't it? That is so weird. Yeah. Crazy. Well, there's only one. I don't know how that could have happened. No, that wouldn't have been it, but that looks like something like round hit it. I don't know what that would be. No, I don't think so. I guarantee you that wasn't here. And it wasn't here in January either, right? I noticed it. I was here 10 days. That is so damn weird. Huh. No, I don't think so. And that, whatever it was, like hit that really hard, like punched it. Yeah, that is weird. I can't tell you what the hell the deal is with that. Well, at least the good news is there's only one. I just don't know how it would get there. It almost looks like a baseball bat straight, you know what I mean? Yeah, shit, make you wonder, wouldn't it? Yeah. Huh. That is really weird. That was not here in January, I can tell you that. No, I don't think so. It's too small. See? And you know what? That does look like plaster on the shovel handle. Right there. It does look like plaster on the shovel handle. You're right. Look. Yeah, you might be right about that. Really? Yeah, I bet that is. That looks like plaster. Right there. I guess it could have like fell down. You think it could have made that big a hole? Yeah, the shovel became upright again. That's exactly it. Yep. But that is definitely. Of course, now that I look at this, this looks like paint, not drywall. Huh. Really, Faye? Yeah. That doesn't really bother me that much. But I don't know how why the shovel, there could have been something here, I guess. Let's see if I could have fell down here and hit it just right. That seems pretty far-fetched. What do we get, forensic files in here? Yeah, it's weird though. That wasn't here in January. Huh. And I'll tell you this, 2 packs of Dragon's milk weren't in the refrigerator either. 1 was, not 2. One, 2. And 1's missing. And they're both the old packaging. But this is really weird. It doesn't bother me that much, but so weird. Unless there was a box there or something. I don't know what box that would have been. There's the police, have somebody pulled over out there. Huh. Yeah. But I mean, it's not like you're gonna, like something was hidden back there or anything, you know what I mean? But it's weird that shovel is there like that. That was a shovel that I think I was going to take with me to Georgia. You know, it goes with my metal detector. God, that is weird though. Look at that. I guess, I'll tell you though, if you push this other drywall, it's harder than hell. There's no way a shovel did that. That is weird. I'm glad there's only one, tell you that. There's one that I know of. Huh. That is crazy. I would have noticed that though. And I took everything there wasn't like a bunch of shit that I took home with me that was there that I, packed up at the last second, didn't notice the wall. That is the weirdest thing. Yeah, I'm going to look. I don't think it's going to do me any good though. It's just an odd place. It's like, it looks like the end of a ball bat. Huh. That is so weird. Huh. Yeah, no, I don't think so, because I was here like 10 days. the heat's on. That is so weird. I don't know what to tell you on that, but it is weird. I would have definitely noticed that. Yeah, I would have noticed it. Just like I noticed it now, and I wasn't even like really paying attention, you know? Crazy. I would have noticed it. Yeah, it's just an odd hole in the wall. And the only guy that should have been coming in here was the guy from the post office. I don't know how he would have done it, because he's not even bringing anything here since January. He would just come in and like check the heat or something. So weird. Yeah, it's weird, man. It's strange. I think it's really strange. Yeah, I don't know. It is so damn strange, because there's nothing. If something would have been sitting over it, it would have been sitting over the heat register, which you would never do. Nah, it's too round. That's like the end of a baseball bat that you just jammed in there. It's round. It's like perfect round. Fucking thing. I mean, this does kind of look like it a little bit. This looks like drops of paint. You would have had to like hit it like that hard, and then it would have came off, you know? But you'd need to hit it so hard, it wouldn't just fall. Yeah, but not in a long time. It wouldn't have been brought into the house after January, which is when I was here, December, right around Christmas. That happened after December. But this will get on the end of something, even if it's like sitting in a corner or something. I don't know why I would have had this sitting here. I should have taken it with me, you know. Yeah, it is weird. Gosh. Well, you guys, I'm gonna take a shower and go to bed. So appreciate you hanging in with me. Thank you. Yeah, too big to. I think so too. Yeah, too big to be a shovel hand. Looks like the end of like a baseball bat. I mean, I guess you could have kicked it. Could have kicked it and it just broke that way, you know? Weird. Thank you, Frisky. All right, Chris. Bye, Janice. See you, Faye. See you, Zena. Bye, Dave. Yeah, it looks like something like that, right? It looks to me like if you had a baseball bat in something where it couldn't move and you just backed in. Looks like the end of a baseball bat. Good night, Jennifer. Thank you, guys. I'll be doing some lives on up here. Have a good night. Bye, Jabo. I do. I got it. I'll show it to you tomorrow. I'll take a picture of it. See you, my enemy. Bye, Rita. See you, Mark.